Magic Duel, Chapter 2, Preparations.
This is not good. Not good,
muttered Trixie, trying back and forth in her room as Sally just watched her.
How could Trixie forget that Twilight is Princess's personal student? Trixie's going to be crossed, and then...
Trixie's mind was filled with memories of ponies laughing, ponies insulting, being pelted off stage by rotten tomatoes. The mare struggled with the memory.
No, not again. I can't be a laughingstock again,
she muttered, pinning her back ears in fear.
I'll get demolished, and in front of Princess Celestia!
Trixie exclaimed, her mind filled with the mental image of Celestia laughing at her humiliation.
The first I'll ever perform in Princess Celestia, and I'll be humiliated. I'll have to flee town in shame and live as a hobo again. I might even have to work on a rock farm. Imagine me on a rock farm.
It's not that bad, she exclaimed, almost hyperventilating.
Well, there is one thing I could try, but I'm not sure.
She stated out loud, desperation in her tone.
I haven't considered getting that since.
She blinked, feeling something tapping her leg. She looked down and saw her pet skunk looking up at her.
Yes, Sally.
The skunk gave her some chattering, pointing to a picture nearby with her tail. She followed the white star to a picture of a certain white unicorn stallion. The skunk nodded.
You're succeeding. Trixie, talk to State's Hoof about the situation.
The skunk gave a smile.
All right. Trixie doesn't think Trixie has anything to lose by doing so, and most of Trixie's mental influences don't include him laughing at her. She hopes.
Twilight paced back and forth, becoming disheveled.
Oh, this is not good! Not good!
Spike walked down from the upper floor of the library and blinked, watching Twilight's antics.
Twilight, what's going on?
Twilight jumped slightly.
Spike, it's horrible!
Spike sighed. Did she forget to schedule time to schedule next month's schedule again?
No, worse!
Spike blinked. Well, that must be bad. The little dragon said, walking to the floor.
What is it? It's my magic duel with Trixie,
she said, pulling her copies of friendship lessons off their shelves via telekinesis.
Yeah? What about it? It's happening.
The dragon chick asked, raising an eyebrow.
Carrot Top came in and pointing out one big flaw in it. A really big flaw!
The legendary unicorn exclaimed, looking furiously through her friendship reports.
And that would be... on me!
Spike face clawed. And how is that a problem?
Because I'm Celestia's personal student. You said it yourself. I'm the strongest unicorn in Equestria. Trixie isn't it. I'm going to crush her. She'll be humiliated. And I'll be a horrible friend for doing it in front of the princess. When I'm supposed to be studying friendship. I don't want to hurt my friend. Trixie is my friend. I will not hurt her.
Twilight said, a pile of read through friendship reports coming in from beside her. Spike blinked.
That is actually a problem. Of course it's a problem. Why would I be panicking if I wasn't?
Spike gave a flat look. 'Cause you're Twilight?
I'm kind of with him on this. Put in a schedule for me to clarify you later. I need to figure out what to do. Could you just, hold back? The dragon asked simply. No! It's front of Princess Celestia! I can't hold back. She'll know I'll hold back, or think I'm falling behind in my studies, or... Ah!
Spike looked up at the now drenched unicorn, holding a metal bucket.
Twilight, calm down.
Twilight took a breath, pulling a hoof to her chest, and extending while breathing it out.
Thanks, I needed that.
Twilight, you really think the princess would be mad at you for holding back so you don't hurt a friend? The baby dragon asked, putting the bucket down. Remember when she rewarded you for letting me and Cadence stop Sombra instead of you? He asked, a bit smugly as he mentioned helping defeat the Crystal Empire tyrant. Twilight nodded, but her worry didn't seem to subside.
You're right, but that's not the only problem.
What else?
Trixie won't let me do that.
Why?
Because her pride won't let her accept me taking it easy on her,
exclaimed the unicorn, pasting another friendship letter into the pile. And why not give her a talking to, like you did with Applejack in Applebuck season?
Because that might hurt her worse, Twilight replied. Can you imagine how she'd feel if I told her, you're too weak to stand against me? Your stuff like that hurt her enough coming from Checker, and crush her coming from her friend.
Spike rubbed the back of his head. Yeah, you're right. It destroyed her. Totally crushed her. Completely devastated. I'm not helping you, bye. Twilight gave a sigh of anguish as it slammed her head to the floor. Sorry.
And none of my friendship reports have the answer. We haven't had a friendship problem like this before,
Twilight exclaimed, putting the last one into the pile. What about when you try to please every pony and you'll end up please no pony, especially yourself? Spike looked at the report in question.
I thought about that, but I don't want to hurt my friend. No pony involved wants Trixie to get hurt. Her getting hurt would please no pony. Well, sometimes, considering how Trixie acts towards me, I do have dreams of watching her get hurt, but that's a completely different story.
Yeah, good point.
Spike scratched his chin, trying to think about it.
Hey, why not ask one of the others? I know one of our lessons a bit about that.
Twilight's face brightened up. That's right! They're my friends! One of them is bound to have the answer. Thanks, Spike! The baby dragon chuckled and gave a smirk.
What would you do without me?
Twilight hugged Spike. I never want to know. Actually, that wouldn't be too bad of an episode for Season 8 now that I think about it. Involving Trixie or Starlight. Having Twilight face off against Trixie just for funsies, and then Twilight having have this sudden realization. I wouldn't actually mind having that type of episode. But then again, I want more Trixie! So I'm going to be humiliated. I'll have to run out of town in shame and become a hobo again!
Trixie!
Do you think rock farms are as dull and boring as they say?
No, they're not. Trixie!
I don't want to work on a rock farm! Sally looked up on the table and hissed, lifting her tail in Trixie's direction, causing the startled unicorn to cover her muzzle with her hooves, preparation of being sprayed. The skunk simply lowered her tail and smiled to State's hoof.
Thank you, Sally.
The stallion replied. They were sitting in his apartment above Ponyville. The walls were decked out with theater posters and other memorabilia. In fact, it seemed the entire room was themed out to theater, including the curtains resembling those found on stage. A basket near the window. State's host pet fox, Violet, curled up asleep inside. Do you people think that when you go to Ponyville, you're automatically given a room or a place or a house that somehow already fits your personality and or your cutie mark? Do you think most towns in Equestria do that? I mean, now that I think about it. The skunk gave a nod and leapt off the table, allowing her owner to recover from the surprise and uncover her snoot. You could have told Trixie a little louder.
I know. Sorry,
said Stasis, somewhat timidly. Trixie rubbed her head. While Stasis' hoof had gotten a lot better, he still spent his entire life under some pony's hoof, whether it was his father or Checker Monarch. It's a little wonder he had some issues with asserting himself.
But be that as it may, why couldn't you simply back out? Asked Stasis. Twilight wouldn't think less of you.
No, she wouldn't. But Trixie would think less of herself, and so would the town, Trixie said, looking down at her host. Trixie would be a coward. Again. Her ears pinned back just a mocking echo in her head once more.
Stasis gave a sympathetic look. Well, what about the, asking Twilight to pull her punches?
No! Trixie's not going to ask Twilight to hold back! Trixie replied, suddenly serious. Trixie still has her pride. She's not going to beg any pony to go easy on her. Trixie, she continued, before her confidence seemed to just vanish, replaced by her vulnerability. Besides, I made such a show of challenging Twilight that there'd be no way to be able to live down backing out or asking her to go easy on me.
Stasis frowned. Well, perhaps you could train in?
Well, what's the point?
Well, that way, maybe you could perhaps manage to at least make a good show out of it? Maybe that way you won't go badly, and at least you could go out smelling like a rose?
Trixie blinked, looking up. Trixie supposes that could be a good idea. But who? Grandmother isn't going to be here until the duel itself.
Stasis rubbed his chin. What about Sakura? You did learn from a zebra when you were a filly, and from what Twilight said, she is a very wise mare.
Trixie gave a small smile, though not a confident one. That, just might work. It most certainly couldn't hurt. My Twilight, that is quite the situation, said Rarity, rubbing her chin as she sat in her boutique, spiking the leftover gems she had provided him with. But why come to me right away? This feels more like a problem Applejack can help with. Twilight sighed. Applejack is a good, honest, dependable pony, but she's a terrible liar. And Trixie knows all her tales like the front of her hoof. All it takes for Trixie to ask the right question is she knows something's wrong. Well, Applejack can see a little bit of honesty for a reason, Rarity replied. But as for what I think you should do, perhaps you could make the subject of this magic duel her forte, State's magic? Twilight shook her head. Then Trixie will feel like I'm giving her a handicap, and so will the town. That might hurt her worse than me holding back. I suppose you're right, Rarity stated, putting her hoof to her chin thoughtfully. Then why not make it something that negates both your advantages? Be fair to you both, the Fascination suggested. That way you won't be able to humiliate her. Twilight sighed. That sounds good, but think. My special talent is magic, and it's a magic duel. There's nothing we could do that I wouldn't be able to be at least decent, while Trixie's magical talent is space magic. If I were to take her away from her, she'll do even worse. I suppose that is a problem. Opal suddenly gave a meow, pointing to her dress of her tail. Meow. Oh, thanks for reminding me, Opal. Sorry, Twilight, I have an order that needs to get to. The Alicorn explained, looking concerned. But I could tell the client that I need an extension if you really need my help, darling. She added, remembering the Smarty Pants incident and the lesson learned from it. Twilight sighed and shook her head. No, Rarity, it's fine. I'll be okay. I still got 4 friends I could get advice from, she replied. Even if defeating Checker Monarch had gotten the dangerous criminal locked up and helped Trixie stay to have lives of their own, Checker was one of Rarity's high-profile customers. While losing her business hadn't crippled Rarity by any means, Twilight didn't want to risk her friend losing another customer on her part. Alright, but if you need me, darling, don't hesitate to ask. Why do I just want to pretend to imagine that in jail the police officer's going, alright, here you go, Miss Checker.
Thank you. Tell me, does the kids like the brand new Wii?
Yes, Miss Monarch, they do.
Good. They'll love the brand new Switch even more.
I just want to see that in my head.
So you see, Sakura, Trixie needs to get even better,
The showman had said, her and Sato sitting across from the zebra, tea in her telekinesis.
And you're the only one, Trixie. That could teach me,
she said humbly. Well,
as humbly as Trixie ever got.
So, not at all. The zebra listened attentively to Trixie sitting before her teacup, which she balanced on one hoof. I heard your plight, my friend, and I understand why you wanted to end. Thanks to the Ursa incident, you have suffered much humiliation. You have a right to fear more tribulations. You finally broke free from your sister's chains, but this incident still caused you much pain. You are my friend, Trixie so dear. Of my abandonment you need not fear.
Trixie gave a relieved smile. Oh, thank you, Sakura. That means so much to Trixie.
Sakura gave a nod, then stood up and tried to herself. A Magic Duel is a complex thing, into no one persistence you must bring. However, your special talent permits illusion. Is that correct or a delusion?
Trixie nodded. Illusions are one of Trixie's specialties, and her grandmother Helena has taught her well, she announced, her characteristic pride finally showing itself a bit.
Sakura showed a smile. Then I think I know a thing or two that might be much help to you.
Oh my,
Fireside said with a frown, sitting with Twilight in her cottage, Angel and Spike sitting close by, glaring at each other.
It does sound really uncomfortable.
Twilight nodded.
It is. Honestly, I don't know what to do. It feels like everything I'm trying just won't work. If Trixie gets hurt, it's all my fault. What about calling it off? Asked the timid Pegasus. If it's okay. If it's causing you so much trouble, I mean.
Twilight sighed.
I can't. Some pony has to entertain the princess and the Saddle Arabian delegates. Besides, there's no way Trixie would accept this being taken away from her. It's her big chance to finally put the Ursa behind her once and for all. She needs this.
Fireside nodded slowly.
Well, maybe, if you think it's a good idea, you could let her do something on her own.
Twilight looked down thoughtfully. I wouldn't be able to perform in front of Celestia. She's counting on me, too.
Sorry if I'm overstepping, but didn't she put you in charge of the entertainment? You, never said anything about having to perform personally. Sorry if I'm not understanding right.
Twilight blinked. That's right. So long as the delegates are entertained, I guess I won't let her down. Spike looked concerned. Twilight, you think Trixie could do it on her own? He asked, before Angel hit him on the head with a carrot, prompting him to glare at the snickering rabbit. Twilight gave it some thought, then nodded with a smile. I know I can trust Trixie to put on a good show. She's come a long way since we met her. She's learned a lot. Even if she's not strong enough to match me at a magic duel, I know she's good enough to entertain the princess. Twilight's confidence took a dive. But how do I convince Trixie to do that? She won't accept me just backing out, especially if she knows I'm afraid of humiliating her.
Well, then you can pretend you're sick, if you think it's a good idea.
Twilight blinked. Pretend I'm sick?
Yes.
I did it once to try to get out of something with Rainbow.
Spike smirked. That's a good idea. We even got that book on Polygillisis. We could borrow some to make up for a rarity.
You didn't.
Twilight nodded uncertainly.
I suppose we could. I don't like lying to Trixie, but it seems like it's the only way. When I tried it...
Thanks, Fluttershy. You're a lifesaver. Twilight said, hugging her friend. We'll see you later. I need to hurry. Fluttershy blinked as Twilight and Spike left. To Pegasus sighed.
It didn't work.
Trixie stood in a completely black area. No light. She shut her eyes and tightly focused. An illusionist needs not to be fooled by their own trick, but for that they must see through it. However, a spell that can be seen from one direction can allow your target to see direction. Sakura's voice said from the darkness. Oh, guys, while reading this, I just had this weird thought about Checker. Subtly. What about one day later on in this fic, at one point, Checker runs screaming from the asylum and asks Trixie to try and save her, and Trixie, of course, refuses and wonders why. And Checker points out,
because I just found out that I have a bounty on my head, and probably Equestria's worst and most hateful bounty hunter is Hunter Checker's tail! And who would that be?
BOOM! And suddenly the door explodes, and there stands a mulberry unicorn with a broken horn. She glares down and asks, I'm looking for one called Checker Monarch. Where is she? Get back on your hooves, too. Rise of Tempest! Coming soon to a fanfiction near you.
Trixie sniffed slightly, trying to focus on the scents in the air around her. There's decaying plants, some animal smells, sage shampoo. She quickly tried to face them out and focus.
Something many ponies take for granted is that an incarnate's nose is not enchanted. We have a powerful sense of smell, and if it works, the eyes are blinded by a spell. If this force striking somebody's been fighting, so to me, the skin is pivotal.
Trixie sniffed again. Her nose picked up the scent of tea. She turned and launched a relatively harmless beam from her horn,
hitting a tree about 10 feet from Sakura herself and leaving a pink mark on the trunk.
The gray dust fell to the ground, allowing light to re-enter the clearing outside Sakura's house.
Seaver gave a smile, setting down the teacup she was balancing on her hoof. For your first lesson, that was quite well. In the wilderness, did you once well?
Trixie nodded, rubbing her nose a bit. Which, for some odd reason, looks cute. I don't know why. Yes, Trixie used to be a traveling magician before the incident, after which she was a hobo. Trixie's not proud of that last part. Trixie had to eat wild berries. Occasionally, they turned out to be poisonous, which was extremely unpleasant.
Sakura nodded. I can see why that would be true, but in this exercise it may have helped you. Whether or not in your conscious mind the knowledge dwells, while scavenging you relied on your sense of smell.
Trixie blinked, thinking back to her time traveling in Equestria. It is true, Trixie supposes. But what should we do now?
We continue this lesson, my friend, and then others will begin. In addition to the illusions you perform, what other spells can you form?
Well, Trixie knows a little weather magic, but she isn't sure how it relates to her talent, though.
Trixie stated, remembering the lingering lightning clouds she knew how to generate. It wasn't apparently apparent why Checker could learn a dream manipulation spell with her talent, though. Seitsuo pointed out, sitting nearby. It might be a similar connection. Regardless of the reason for it, I can help with that bit, Sakura replied, pointing to the area around them with a hoof. The other three has a natural magic energy, and helpful to you may be. I can give you some tips I've noticed from this place, which can help you weather magic ace.
Trixie gave a quiet nod. That sounds fantastic, Sakura. Asante.
Makari Saba, Trixie, Sakura replied, giving a smile to use her native tongue. Come, my friend, we have much to learn before the day ends.
A long time later, Trixie stood out the library with Stacehuff. Trixie still isn't sure about this, she said, carrying herself a little confidently, but still not back to her normal self.
Trixie, you've gotten much stronger thanks to Sakura's training. You'll do fine.
Stacehuff encouraged, giving her a smile. Trixie knows. It's just she doesn't know if it's enough.
Stacehuff put on her shoulder.
You're stronger than you think. Have a little faith in yourself, okay? Trixie blushed a little with a sheepish grin. Okay, Trixie, I suppose I can try. The show mare trotted up to the door and knocked slowly. Twilight, Trixie is here. The duel is in an hour. Trixie watched the door open and blinked as Twilight emerged, covered in red spots and looking quite sickly. Hello, Trixie. I've been looking for you. Trixie was with Sakura. But what's wrong? Twilight coughed a little bit, carefully covering her mouth as she did so. Oh, it's nothing. I just seem to have contracted the pony pox. Trixie gave a genuinely concerned look, but reflexively took a trot back, not wanting to catch it herself. Will you be okay? You look positively dreadful. Twilight covered her muzzle and sneezed into her foreleg. Achoo! Yes, I'll be fine, but I'm afraid I won't be able to make the magic duel in this condition. I'm sorry, but you'll need to put on your own show for the princess and the delegates. Really? That's great. I'm sorry to hear that, Twilight, Trixie replied, frowning. True, her confidence had gotten a boost from Sakura's training, but that didn't mean she wasn't relieved to hear the dreaded moment would now never come. But naturally, her pride wouldn't let her limit that. Besides, she certainly didn't want to look like she was pleased her best friend was ill. Trixie was really looking forward to it. She even spent an entire day training with Sakura in preparation. The Azure Unicorn continued, thinking disappointment, and the only way an actress could. Twilight's expression fell even more as her eyes widened. Really? That duel meant that must see you? Of course! When the magnificent Trixie commits to something, she commits to it! Trixie, no! Back away! Trixie! Stand down! Stand down! Regaining her swagger somewhat, she was most certainly looking forward to challenging you before Ponyville, to finally getting that Ursa Minor incident behind her. But Trixie understands, Twilight. She cannot blame you for becoming ill, she replied, giving a concerned look. Well, just try to get well, alright, Twilight? Trixie can handle the show. How are you? Twilight tried to give a nervous smile and a guilty look. I'll do my best, Trixie. Trixie nodded. Trixie has much to do. She'll see you later, Trixie replied, re-entering away. Twilight went back to the library and suddenly looked guilt-ridden as she dropped some pepper she kept on her, then carefully levitated to its proper place on the shelf before continuing her hysterics. Oh, this is not good! Spike blinked. Why? Trixie bought it. You're off the hook. But Trixie was really disappointed. No, Celestia, why? And I spent the whole day looking up to the pony box. This doesn't seem a friend. How could it be so insensitive? Twilight replied, then her eyes widened. Oh no. Spike sighed. Ugh, what now? Trixie spent the whole day training for a magic duel, and I just dumped the entire show on her without any warning at the last minute. She's not prepared! Twilight, not every pony need. Trixie's a great show mare, but if she's not prepared, then she might choke. And if she chokes, she'll be humiliated again. And not only will she be humiliated, she'll be humiliated worse because she thinks she's a bad magician. Instead of not as a good magician as I am. It'll be worse than if I beat her. Twilight, I don't think everybody needs a stacks and checklist to, and then the crowd might not like Trixie there when they were expecting a duel between us. They'll feel cheated if we're not both there. They might even think Trixie sabotaged me to get the silver herself. I'm not sure. Not only is she disappointed with me, she's gonna be the worst off. I haven't helped her. I made this worse. Twilight was suddenly hit by another bucket of wire. Twilight, calm down! Spike said, looking up the lavender unicorn. Spike shook herself off, finding the spots washed off. You're right. Thanks, Spike. Wait, what? Spike started, but was interrupted by Twilight teleporting away. The baby dragon gave an annoyed sigh. Ugh, I hate it when she gets like this. Hey, gear commercial! Boop! Twilight teleported directly in front of Trixie. Boop! Trixie, I'm all better! Trixie backpedaled surprise. What? Ow. I saw how disappointed you were that we couldn't have our duel, so I found a healing spell. Twilight said, giving a smile. The magic duel is back on! Trixie's eyes went wide, and her pupils sent down to pinpricks. Healing spell? An instant healing spell? Yep, we can have our duel now, Twilight replied. Trixie shook her head, declaring, Yes, that's great! Trixie is very happy to hear that. The Azure Unicorn replied with a forced smile. Twilight nodded. All right, see you at the duel, she replied, and trotted away. Trixie's expression turned to panic the moment Twilight was out of sight. Sweet Celestia, why must I be such a magnificent and convincing actress? Cecil tried over and blinked, assessing her expression. What is it, Trixie? She knows healing spells that work on the ponypox. Instantly! Trixie cried frantically. Instant healing spells. Only high-level unicorns know those. I'm doomed! I'm so doomed! Trixie, it's not... Cecil started, only for Trixie to gallop for her place. The stallion sighed. The end of the world. The duel's back on!
Yeah, but what about the whole "you're stronger than her" thing?
Spike said flatly. Twice I twist. Excuse me a sec. Sigh squeaked out. Voice slightly disheveled. The mare tried over to the nearest wall and began pounding her head against it. Spike face clawed. Smooth. Really smooth.